We are back. This is your Polo Punch Boxing Hour, brought to you by George Rogie Insurance, www.hssp.cc, sportsjuice.com. I've got Timmy the producer Patterson here. I am your host, Chris Guzman. On the phone right now, I've got 8-1, Mr. Rashad Halloway. Rashad, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing okay. How about you, man?
Beautiful. Well, it's crappy out here in Chicago. The weather's out. It's just terrible right now. How's the weather out by you?
Hey, man, I love it, man. But, you can't talk about Chicago like that. That's the Midwest. That's where I'm from. I'm not from Chicago. But, Cincinnati, not too far.
No. No, it's just...
I tell you, I love home, but you keep the weather.
Well, we're definitely a food town. Chicago is.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome.
I like it. Chicago's cool, man. The wind right there by Lake Michigan, that's a little too much for me. That's a little too much.
Yeah, well, a nice place to visit, but maybe not the place for you to live. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you got to go. Actually, I was supposed to fight on the 16th there, last week on a Golden Boy show, but I got sick and unfortunately I didn't fight. But I was actually looking forward to coming to Chicago.
Yeah, that was in Cicero. That was just outside of downtown Chicago in Cicero. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was looking forward to it, but I wasn't able to make it.
And things happen. Don't worry about it. Let's go back in time. Let's talk about little Rashad. How in the world did Rashad Holloway get involved with boxing? You've got an enormous amateur career. How did you get started with the sport?
I was a knucklehead, point blank. Nah, but honestly, man, I always loved boxing. As a kid, I used to love Sugar Ray Leonard. I love Sugar Ray Leonard. I love Mike Tyson growing up, but I was just infatuated with Sugar Ray Leonard's green belt. That's what I called it, the WBC belt. And I always said I wanted one of those. Like I had a Franklin little standing punching bag, the gloves. And, my father my father wasn't a big part of my life growing up. He was away for a while. When he came home, he actually took me to the boxing gym. And it's just, it's a big sport. Just like in Chicago, boxing is our number one sport. And, he took me to the gym, and I fell in love with it at the age of 11.
11 years old. Oh, gee.
Yeah, 11 years old. I had my fair share of fights. I had a pretty good amateur career as a kid, I didn't know if I wanted to stick with it right away, but once I got in the gym and really got there, really thought it was fun, I loved it. I didn't have much but a big right hand, you know what I mean? So my father said, but I kept fighting in the streets as a kid, so he said, look, eventually somebody's going to whoop you. You got to use your left hand.
Well, that's good advice, I guess. You don't want to have to rely on just one weapon. That makes sense.
Yeah, but you're a little kid, right? I'm far different now. You're a little kid. Nobody fights technically, man. We kick, we punch. So I guess he wanted it to be fair. I guess fair for me and not the other people, I guess, to teach me a little more. So,
sure.
That's where it is.
So, what kind of awards come up under the name Rashad Holloway in the amateur ranks?
Oh, man. I'm not trying to say like that. I got so many, but I won 2 silver glove titles, 2 national silver glove titles. I won a junior Olympic national title. I won numerous golden gloves. I think I won 3 or 4 in Ohio. I left Ohio, and I went to Ohio State Fair numerous times. I left there, and I actually went to North Carolina to box from 16 to 19 to start doing other things, and then I moved. And when I was 19, I just happened to get back into the gym just unexpectedly, in North Carolina. And it wasn't a real boxing town, but I found the gym, and, I went for it. And it was real good. I ended up winning the Golden Gloves every year I was there, the state championships every year, won the regionals every year I was there. I didn't win any open national tournaments. I would always make it to like the semis and the quarterfinals and end up losing to the champion by close decision. I was at a pro style, so the amateurs just didn't do it, and I went to the Eastern Olympic trials, and I lost to actually the Olympic alternate, Corey Jones from Brooklyn. I lost to him by 2 points.
Oh, okay.
It was a close fight.
Oh, yeah. So at what point did you decide, I've done pretty much everything I'm going to do in amateurs, I've got a room full of trophies and ribbons, let's go pro, let's make some cash? About what point did you say that?
Well, I was like 23. I'm like, listen, I had to sit back and evaluate. I said, look, I don't know if I can eat these medals and these trophies, so, I got to do something. But, honestly, I wanted to. My big thing was to make the Olympics. Like, 2 of my good friends growing up were my inspiration. Like, Ricardo Williams Jr. Oh, yeah. A lot of people heard of him. Actually, he just got released. He just came home at 2 o'clock in the morning last night, or this morning, should I say. So, I'm expecting him to get out and do big things. He got his life in order. And Dr. Craig, they were my inspiration. Growing up, we grew up together, we boxed together, and to see them make the Olympic team in 2000 was real touching because I would see them even when I left the gym. And they would always tell me, man, get back in the gym, come back. You know, when just seeing them do it, it really inspired me. And my thing was just to make the Olympics. Wasn't even to go pro. You know, after that, I started excelling as an amateur. You know what I mean? I finished with a record of 98-13. I got ranked as high as number 3 in the nation. You know, so I was like, you know what? I got some offers. I went to one more nationals after the trials. Actually, 2 more. And then I said, okay, I got some good offers. I said, let's make some money.
Yeah. At what point did you come under the tutelage of Eric Brown over at Freddie Roach's Wildcard gym?
Oh, man, it's a blessing, man. Eric is a great guy, man. You know, Eric is a real great guy. Actually, you know, I originally came out here to work with out here in California, you know, me and the trainer, man. He's a good guy, man, a real good guy. He's a good trainer, man. I got to learn name Shadid, salute, man. You know what I mean? He had things going on, I had things going on, and, you know, we were still cool, but we decided to, you know, part ways, and, I happened to hear about Eric a lot, and, you know, a mutual friend introduced me to him, and he heard about me, and we linked up, and from there it was good. I trained with him for a week. I went down to camp with Sugar Shane Mosley for 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And ever since then, I mean, me and Eric have been inseparable. The first week I met him, and then the first day I trained with him, I was like, yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. I mean, he fits my style. I mean, he's perfect for me.
Well, every time I've met Eric, he's always good for a good handshake and a hug. Very, very quality guy. And next time you talk to him, say bullet once says hey, because I haven't seen him in a couple of months, actually.
Well, I see him every day. You want to trade for a minute?
I'm a bad guy with a mic, Rashad. I definitely don't need to train.
Hey, nah. I'm going to see him tomorrow. I actually talked to him probably a couple hours ago, so yeah.
Well, please tell him that. Please tell him bullet points says that. Talk about Freddie Roach. Now, that is an absolute legend in the sport. And you're right in there with him.
Now, I'll tell you what, Freddie is a great guy, man. You know, I met Freddie previously. I've been in other fights and been around and I met Freddie, you know, but, you know, these those guys see so many fighters, you know, it's like, okay, they don't remember half the time, but just being in the gym, you know, he really opened his arms to me. You know, I was one of the fighters coming in, and he knew about me as an amateur. Well, he heard about me as an amateur through other people, and the first day I actually sparred and they saw me work, he showed me nothing but love and respect. Like that gym, the short time I've been in the gym, I mean, I come in there and every day, it's like I spend probably half an hour talking to everybody before I even work out. Like those guys just greeted me with open arms. You know what I mean?
It's like a family.
I can fight, yeah, but not just because I can fight, but you know, I mean, at the end of the day, we all people. You know what I mean? And I'm one of the coolest guys. You know, I laugh and joke with any and everybody. I don't care who you are. You know, I just like to have fun. You know, and Freddie, man, Freddie just got me in a commercial. He's doing a Nike commercial with Manny Pacquiao Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Freddie always does good things, man. He's always coming to me about this and about that. You know, Freddie really does. He respects me as a person, most importantly, but he really likes me as a fighter. He's always got good things to say to me. He's always telling me this, always telling me that. And, you know, I respect him as a person and a trainer. I mean, he's a legend.
Beautiful. What do you think? How did the whole sparring partner for Peter Manfredo come about? How'd that come out?
Just being in the gym. You know, I was preparing for a fight, and they actually had Peter in there, and me and Peter seen each other previously before, you know, throughout the amateurs and everything. And Peter fights at 68, but you know, I fight at welterweight. I walk around probably about 150-some pounds.
Okay.
And we were in the gym, and Freddie just asked me. And Freddie, you know, Freddie knows I can handle myself. I mean, I can box, I can punch. I'm pretty much a slick boxer. Like, I got speed and good power, but you know, my defense is real good. You know, I don't take a lot of punches. And I'm aggressive too, you know, so, I mean, he just thought I would be real good work for Peter. So, you know, first day me and Peter sparred, we hit it off. And me and Peter, we joke, we work out together every day, through the habits together. His father's in there hollering and fussing at us every day. Like, he just went through drills with us yesterday and today. And I sparred with him. I sparred with Roman Parmesan. Oh, 154-pound champion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like him dirty. You know, I like him. You know, Roman has that European style. You know, I really like Roman. He's a good guy. He tries to knock you out.
Yeah.
But you know, I frustrate because I guess I'm so slick. That's just some Cincinnati Detroit style. I mean, I'm so slick, I got to frustrate. You know, those guys with the European style, they can stand up. He's pretty strong. You know, he's strong, good fighter. You know, he's in there with a lot of guys. I mean, I honestly can't go on. I mean, I couldn't even begin to tell you the guys. Andre Berto just came in there Saturday, and
We just talked to Berto. We just talked and interviewed Berto a couple of months ago, actually. So yeah, we're making the rounds over there. We're making the rounds.
That's cool. Yeah, he came in there Saturday, and actually he was talking to me for a minute, and Freddie and were talking, and he was talking about getting some sparring, and that'd be cool. I honestly I don't shy away from any work in the gym. Like I love the experience. You know what I mean? Even guys that I may potentially fight, it really doesn't matter to me because the way I feel, I'd rather give you a dose in the gym than what you're gonna get in the fight. So when we get in the fight, you got your hands full. You know what I mean? I like it. I'm competitive.
Sure. Well, you better be competitive if you're going to be a boxer. Don't go in there not caring if you win or not.
But you know what? Sometimes you go through things and you learn. Like, one thing I can say is that one loss I have on my record is probably the biggest lesson I think I've ever had.
Talk about that for a second.
But to be honest with you, you get a lot of people say, I got robbed, I got this, I got that. I fought a guy, and in all honesty, I was just coming back to Cincinnati. I got out of my first contract, and I actually fractured my overbone in training camp with a middleweight prospect named Les Ralston. He caught me with an elbow, and I was out for like almost 7 months. And came back, had a little comeback fight in Cincinnati, but really wasn't on my game like I should have been. And I was out the gym for a couple of months, but anyway, make a long story short, this fight came about. They didn't want to fight me. I begged them to fight. I've been in the gym for a week, honestly. I got in the gym a week, and I knew the guy. I used to see the kid at the Nationals, and I said, look, this kid gave my job strap. And it's the truth. I was like, I'll get him out there in the first round. And they said, no, we will not fight you. And I begged and begged for the fight. Well, the fight was in his hometown. I lost 14 pounds when we did the fight. Within days, actually from Tuesday to Saturday, the weigh-in was the same day as the fight. So the weigh-in was at 3:30. And anyway, like I said, make a long story short, didn't eat for 2 days, and I just killed myself. I didn't prepare for the fight. I didn't train for the fight, but most importantly, I was arrogant and big-headed about it, and underestimated another human being,
So wake-up call.
It was, you know what? At the time, I really didn't have the fire and desire. Cincinnati is my home, and I love it. Cincinnati is a rough place. You know what I mean? It's a rough place. And going back home, my focus just wasn't right. And I knew I had to get back out of the city again. And honestly, yeah, you're right. It was a real wake-up call. I fought a guy that I underestimated. In the first round, it was terrible. It was a match. So I beat the mess out of him. But I was tired. I was literally weak. And second round, for the first time in my life, I had been hurt. He caught me with a shot that I did not see. He hurt me. And I swear, I've never, ever been hurt in my life like that. The only thing that kept me on my feet was pride. So I should have been out, but I recovered. And I actually came back to boxing pretty well and pretty easy the rest of the fight. I lost the decision. I lost the close decision in his hometown, and the ref came to me after the fight. He said, kid, where did you come from? And I was like, what do you mean? I said, I'm from Ohio, Cincinnati. He said, no, I've never seen you. I said, I've been gone for a while. Oh, okay. And he was like, listen. He said, you would have won this fight anywhere but here. He said, I don't know what the judges saw. He said, but man, you fought too talented of a fighter. He said, man, you just need to get in shape. He said, if you were in shape, that fight wouldn't even been close. You may not even made it out the first round, man. And he just said, I look forward to seeing you in the future. Just get it together. And, that was like the biggest blessing because, like I said, I was big-headed. And sometimes you can get like that. Like, I'm a humble person, but sometimes, you can think you can start smelling your own butt. You know what I mean? And I did. And you know what? I'm thankful because everybody since then has had to pay for what I had to go through that night. You know what I mean?
I tell you what, Rashad, we've interviewed hundreds, literally hundreds of fighters, and I think you're probably within about a group of 2 or 3 that would actually admit what you just admitted there. It's, most people would have just blamed that fight on the hometown decision instead of the fact that you weren't prepared and ready for that fight. So,
this is something where boxing is somewhere you got to be serious. If you don't have what it takes, you need to go find a job or go find something to do with yourself because the little bit of money that you may make is not worth the beating that you're going to take. And then you're going to be so brain dead and so beat up that you're not even going to be able to spend the money that you make. You know what I mean? So if you don't have what it takes, you gotta really be honest with yourself. You gotta be honest with yourself, period, at all times. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we're not fighting with people. You know what I mean? And if you're not real with yourself, who else is going to be?
So you're saying we're not gonna see Arturo Gatti run for public office in a couple of years? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you think you would see Arturo Gatti carry a 2-minute conversation on a podium anywhere?
I have seen it, but it was a couple of years ago.
Okay, so when you saw it, let me ask you a question. Was there ever a time, no disrespect to Arturo Gatti, he's a legend. Yeah. Was there a time that you didn't understand anything that you said?
Here and there. A little bit here and there, yeah.
Okay, you know what, man? You all been around boxing, you know boxing.
Yeah.
We all know that this is they call it a sport, but I look at it like us as fighters, we're not athletes, we're gladiators. And I mean, this is a sport or a field where you can really get hurt. You really have to take care of yourself. You know, I'm one guy who never shies away from a fight, and I love to fight. But it comes a point when you got to look out for your own health. You know what I mean?
Of course.
That's why I say, like, don't get me wrong. I respect any man who.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
I don't care if he's never want to fight in his life, because I respect him because he gets in the ring. But you know, I just wish there was some guidelines or some kind of insurance, some kind of commission or something to look out for these guys, man. Because I've seen so many fighters, man. In my era, like so many guys that I've known coming up, and so many guys before me. Sure, and there's people I looked up to. They don't even, you know, they're not healthy nowadays. It's bad, man. You know, it's bad. Well, there's a lot of people, a lot of money, and now look at them.
Well, there was a joke that was going on the internet a couple of weeks ago where you have to scroll down to hear, you know, it gets emailed to you, and you scroll on down to hear the punchline. And the joke starts out that Riddick Bowe and Leon Spinks are talking at the bar, and you scroll on down, and they say, "That's the joke." Oh. Because you can't talk to them. I mean, that's cold. That's cold, but that sort of fits into what you were talking about right there. You take care of yourself, or you can't be understood later on in life.
It's sad, and you know, that's really sad, because I know Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe, I consider Riddick Bowe a friend. I was in training camp with him when he tried to make his comeback. We were in Virginia together, dealing with the same company, and Riddick's a great guy, man. I mean, I call a spade, and I tell anybody anything that they say. I don't bite my tongue, but I always show respect. Like Ochoa Gotti, I mean no disrespect to Ochoa Gotti.
Oh, no.
I think Ochoa Gotti should hang it up, and I'm glad that he is hanging it up, because he's got to have a life after this. And Riddick's a great guy. You know, Riddick's a great guy. He's trying to make some money and come back. But Riddick's got a nice family, a great family, and I wish nothing but the best for Riddick. And he still has his faculties. You know what I mean? But you can tell he's been around it a little too long. You know,
I heard Riddick Bowe was actually interested in fighting some mixed martial arts fights.
You know, it's funny because he just came here a couple of weeks ago, and I was at the MMA fight that Jackie Callan threw, and I saw him get announced. And then when I went to go try to catch him, somebody stopped me and started talking to me, and I didn't get to catch him. He left out of the building. So that's what I heard too. And I haven't talked to him probably in like 2 or 3 months, man. And I'm hoping that he doesn't do it. You know, I'm really hoping that. And I just wish the best for the guy, seriously. He's a good guy. Deep down, he's a real good guy.
Well said. All right. Well, thank you so very much, Rashad Holloway. He is 8-1. What are we going to see next from Rashad Holloway?
Well, we're looking at the 23rd. We're not going to take the 23rd. I should be fighting the 27th in San Diego. Then I'm fighting 21st in Montebello. And after that, we got some things going on. I don't want to speak too soon, but we got a couple big promoters in my pocket right now. You know, I'm trying to stall them out, make them have a little big war for me right now. So I don't want to speak too soon, but you should be expecting to see me on television. I said these 3 or 4 times next year. So
outstanding.
You know, I'm just looking to make a statement, and you know, I'm trying to bring some class back to boxing. Because you know, I'm not a knucklehead. Don't try to be, don't pretend to be. You know, I'm just me. You know, and I just wish more guys would be like that, just be themselves, man. And, show some respect. Cause us fighters, we got a bad name. You know what I mean? There's some good guys in boxing. I just want to respect what we do.
Well, you're definitely one of the good guys, Rashad. And we appreciate the time of taking out of your busy evenings to sit down, get comfortable in your best chair, and talk some boxing with us. And we'll talk to you right before your next fight, man.
Man, I appreciate it. And look, I want to tell you for future references, when you speak to me in my next fight, and even, you know, we're going to rewind the tapes back. And when I'm a world champion, let me rephrase it. Undisputed world champion.
Yes, sir.
It will still be the same family that you talked to the first time.
Well, beautiful. Well, this is the beginning of a long, beautiful friendship then.
Hey, most definitely, man. Hey, guys, I really do appreciate y'all, man.
No problem. Thanks, Rashad, and we'll talk to you real soon.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Thank you, sir.
All right.